Welcome to my channel. I've got time for a bonus video, so I'm going to do Tom MacDonald, Us in the USA. This is his latest release. Before we get into that, I got to say thank you to you for coming, for supporting me, for everything that you do for my channel. I appreciate all of it. Thank you very much. I always put the artist links in the description of their playlist so you can support them as well. But I put the link to the song that I'm reacting to in the description of the video. I also put a link in there from Wikipedia, if I can find anything that makes any sense and is relevant. And I put the link to the reaction request form and to the voting app, so you can request reactions if you want, and you can vote on the existing reactions. And you can search the vote form so you can find out what artists have been requested and what songs have been requested. Okay? So that makes it very easy for you. I also live stream on Sundays for 3 hours, beginning at 3 p.m. UTC on Rumble. So if you come to Rumble on Sunday at 3 p.m. UTC, you put a request in the chat, I'm going to react to it live. And I live stream on Fridays for an hour, hour and a half. I call that God Talks. It's a chance for me to talk about the Bible, about Christian living, walking by the Spirit, take questions from the chat if I can answer them, and take prayer requests as well. So if you're interested in that, stop by Friday on YouTube at 12 a.m. UTC. So this is Tom MacDonald, Us in the USA.
We still don't trust what the headlines say. That's okay. We think that they want us to be laid in a grave. We do our best, we pray and we pray for a change. We put the us in the USA every day. We put the us in the USA. We're the diesel trucks on the interstate. Flags in our yards where our children play. Stars and stripes and rattlesnakes. And it's me and it's you and it's red, white and blue, with American dreams and taxes. We won World War II, we put man on the moon. Well, depending on who you asking. We put the us in the USA. We put the us in the USA. Us in the USA. We put the us in the USA. We still don't trust what the government claims is to blame. And the media says the country is safe, but it ain't. We do our best, we pray and we pray for a change. We put the us in the USA every day. We put the us in the USA. We're the reason why America's great. It's the home of the free, and the flags we wave are the stars and stripes and rattlesnakes. And it's me and it's you and it's red, white and blue, with American dreams and taxes. We won World War II, we put man on the moon. Well, depending on who you asking. We put the us in the USA. We put the us in the USA. We put the us in the USA. We put the us in the USA.
Okay. Well, that was kind of a sudden ending. Well, that's an interesting song. You know, I see criticism of him because he's from Canada. But, you know, most of us are from somewhere. My parents were from Sweden and from Germany. And it's hard to find an American that didn't come from some other country at least 1 or 2 generations ago, maybe 3, some of them, you know. My wife goes back a long, long ways in America. But still, her ancestors came from Scotland and from Ireland and from England. So we're all from somewhere, but we come here to this country because it gives us the freedom to speak our minds and to say what we want to say and not be afraid that the government's going to shut us up. And you can't say that about a lot of other places in the world now. It's amazing how Europe is punishing people for speech. And yet free speech came from Europe. And now it's gone. It's really ridiculous. I don't understand it. You know, I wrote a book. Excuse me. I can never remember the title of the book. But it's about politics. And in the book, I argue that we're looking at politics in all the wrong ways. Instead of left and right, we should be looking at politics on a scale of anarchy to totalitarianism. And far too many countries are sliding along that scale, heading towards totalitarianism, where they refuse to allow speech they disagree with. And that's not freedom. It isn't. Imagine if I had this channel and I lived in some countries where they wouldn't even let me do this, where they'd be hounding me all the time because of the things that I say. And I don't say anything controversial. I don't even talk about politics. But I mean, it's just gotten ridiculous. It really has. The name of the book is Freedom Over Labels: Rethinking Politics for a Freer Future. How to change political discussions to unify the people against their government. You might be interested in buying a copy, I don't know. But that's my argument. That's my belief. My belief is to me, there's right and left is a false dichotomy that's designed to tear us apart and separate us from each other. And all to strengthen the government. And what we should be looking at is when the government makes decisions, do they take my freedoms away or do they help support my freedoms? That should be the goal. That should be what we look toward in government. Is the government stealing my freedoms away from me, or are they doing something to protect my freedoms? Okay? So, just my 2 cents on it. Before I go, I got to pray for you that God will watch over you, that He'll keep you safe in His arms, that He'll fill you full of His love and His grace and His mercy and His joy and His peace. And then He'll do that for every single person that you love as well. This is the Vietnam era vet, out.